YouTube, it's your boy Mike T's back at you with another video. So in the previous videos, you've been seeing me work my hand with that sublimation fabric from Econotransfers. I thought, man, maybe I should tap into the sublimation flock also from Econotransfers. So let's actually tap in and see what that all has to offer. Once again, I'm using Vibrant Vibes inks and papers to get the job done, and I'm using Econotransfer sublimation flock. Let's tap in. So this is the image that I'm going to be using. I think I might use some Econo V green and make some dollar bills go down the shirt. I wasn't going to necessarily make it my size, but here it's already printed. Once again, this is Vibrant Vibes sublimation paper and ink. Links is in the description. Of course, you guys know it's going to be dull because it hasn't been pressed yet. By the way, let's heat Walleye up. As you can see, she's off. Head to the back. Tap on this real quick. Switch Celsius to Fahrenheit. I never really showed this part, so I'm showing it now. Okay, let's change. Now we want to adjust our temp. Our temp we want to be at 380 degrees. And we want to press for about, I'm going to say 50 seconds as well. That's the formula that's been working, so we're just going to stick with it. So right now that's heating up and getting to where we need it to be. Using the Gildan shirt, I'm not sure if I'm going to use my size. I might go ahead and use my size. You know, this is around the time for me creating myself something. But also, what you can see over there on my work desk is a tabletop, and that's for my cousin's DJ equipment. So what he'll do is he'll put it similar to how that is on there. He'll put his equipment on top, and I think Global Enterprise DJ Just Black will be on both sides with his logo right there, which I also created. But yo, sunlight outside. Let's tap in. Let's get this work done. Yep. So it's ready to be cut out. The lining for this, the Money Chasers image that I did choose. And I'm getting ready to cut it. Now, I'm going to probably have my threshold very high, probably like a 4. Then I'm going to have my force at like a 20. And I'm going to have my speed at like a 5 or 6. I don't like to have the speed up very high, not when I'm cutting something as thick as that, flock or fabric, because I want to make sure that the cut is clean, that it's not skip cutting. If you guys remember a couple videos ago, I was talking about how if the cameo blade catches the corner of the fabric, it kind of does like a skim cut. I don't want that happening here. So what I'm going to do is, it's rolled up like this. I'm going to reverse roll it. Sublimation flock right here. Once again from Econo. And then I'm going to put it into the Cameo 4 to cut. Once again, my temperature is set at 380 degrees. I'm going to press for 50 seconds. The pressure is on firm. I can say that because it's been on firm for Supacolor, and there's no need to change it. It's been working for me thus far. However, this is going to be my first time actually using the sublimation flock. Let's go. All right, let's check this out, see if it weeded. As you can see, I changed my force to 21. I did scroll over to 4, and my speed I left at a 5. Let's see if this actually works. So I tried to cut it at a force of 21 and a speed of 5, which I just showed you guys on the B-roll. However, that did not work. So I decided to bump it up to 24, and I left the speed at 5. Well, it sounded like it was getting ready to cut. So let me see if it actually cut at 24. By the way, this is some super thick material. Flock is a thick material, so you definitely want to have the best of the best. Now, the CB09 blade is what I've been told numerous of times from Mac the Goon McCray. Shout out to Mac the Goon. He's in the Facebook group squad. All right, so 24 is safe to say it worked. I think I might bump it up to a 25. However, when it went to cutting, as you can see, this edge right here is not straight. So the blade actually got caught, something I was mentioning in the beginning of this video, and it just kept ink, 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 making this weird sound. So we're gonna have to, unfortunately, I'll use this on something else, but right now, this is scrap. I gotta cut another piece. So let's do it. After a few cuts, after a few tries, we finally got some success. I got my force set at 25, and I left the speed at 5. However, it still did end up catching. I didn't reverse roll as I said I was gonna do. I actually went straight to cutting, and it got caught twice. So I'm gonna try to weed the rest of this out. And the cut could have been a little bit, I would say, deeper. I think 25 still not the magic number for the sublimation flock. Maybe we're looking at 28, 30. I'm not sure if I've ever pushed my cameo to 30, but as I was just mentioning to the T-gang, I think it might be time for an industrial cutter so we no longer have to go through this. Maybe I should reorder those CB09 blades. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. Prime example, right here, it nicked the cut. So this is straight. And if I continue to rip at this, this will make this jagged and it will not be a straight edge. So I'm gonna try to approach it from the other side and rip down. Once again, this is my first time working with this sublimation flock. So at this point, trial and error. And remember, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. So hopefully, watching me make my mistakes, you guys can avoid it and come out with something successful. Had to get a little bit aggressive, but it doesn't look that bad. And here's our square for that picture. Let's tap it. All right, so we got that nice and trimmed, and what I'm about to do now with the sublimation flock is it comes flock side up. I have to reverse it. Usually with instructions, they say you need an extra roll of carrier sheet. I would say in this case, it needs to be extra tack, not light tack, because this is a thicker substrate. However, your boy is going to recycle. I'm simply going to flip this fabric right around, or should I say sublimation flock right around, and the adhesive side is going to be facing you guys, and the sublimation side is going to be facing the carrier sheet. So let me do that real quick. Fabric side. Why do I keep saying fabric? It's maybe because I didn't use it about 6 times since the last video. Flock side down. So when I'm doing this, I try to get it as straight as possible, but if I don't worry about it because I know exactly where it's going and how it's going. It didn't work too bad. And I did the nice little flip. I'll try to get in a little bit close. You can actually see the fabric in there. And this is the adhesive side. So for the last one, I just tapped it for about 10 seconds. I didn't go the whole 50 seconds. Once again, the pressure is on firm. So once I tack it for 10 seconds, I'll then remove this carrier sheet altogether and I will place my sublimation image onto here. No. I will see you guys at the heat press. All right, so we're at the heat press, and I'm using a blank from Michaels. It's called Make. It's a brand new blank that these guys have just introduced to us, and I thought, why not give it a try? Originally, I was going to use the black gilding, but I decided not to. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere. Once again, you have to flip this around or buy yourself some more carrier sheets so you are able to flip it around. Me, I just used what I had. I guess I need to do a pre-press since it did come out the package. While it's doing that, I hope everybody's had a blessed, productive day and all is going in your favor. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you you're less than. And even if you mess up, keep going. Pre-press is done. I used to never pre-press, y'all, but I pre-press now because there's moisture. Trust, there's moisture. And it will give you a headache if you don't pre-press. Now, this is a fairly big square that I'm putting on here. Try to adjust this down a little bit more. T-Gang, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to show you in a hot second. Yo, say what up to the T-Gang. Hey, 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 hey. All right. Now that everybody's acquainted, let's make sure that this is lined up like it's supposed to be. And I have to dial in my cut settings and give you a proper cut setting for the cameo, because at this point I was just guessing. And once again, this is trial and error. I'm going 4 finger lengths down from the neck using the yoke of the collar. If you can't get that straight, or if you're having a problem with adjusting, please use your t-shirt, guys. They have the logo gridded out there. Jason from South Bay Creations also has a ruler. Check him out. And I'm going to adhere this for about 10 seconds. Well, try to. It's set for supacolor, y'all. Alright, that's down. Remove the carrier sheet. Smells like burnt plastic. Or should I say it smells like money? Stan Banks, I'm stealing that from you. It smells like money, man. And for the image, I'm actually going to cut it to size and I'm going to place it down. So for the video, this will be fast forward and we'll be at the next step. You probably won't hear no talking from me, just music. All right, so don't forget, if you loaded your shirt upside down like the screen printers do, to actually put your image on backwards or upside down as well. I know a couple instances I went to put this on and I actually put it on like this. And when I put my shirt on, of course the image was down. It needs to be right side up. That depends on how you load your garments onto your heat press. I left a bit of an offset, so there will be a white border surrounding. And usually I like to use my phone light to make sure that I have equal distances. However, I'm using both of my phones. Alright, so if it's straight, it's straight. If it's not, I won't cry over spilled milk. Remember, this shirt is for me. And if you so happen to mess up, it's not the end of the world. Try again. The only time you can lose is if you just quit. So don't quit. Alright, so now we're at the heat press for the 4th time. 380 degrees for 50 seconds. I do have this covered, and I'm using... Normally you would use butcher paper. You could use your Teflon sheet. I'm going to use an old piece of sublimation paper that I've been using, accompanied by another piece of sublimation paper. And I'm going to press. I'm leaving my pressure at supacolor firmness because I want it to really ingrain. Now, if this messes up, we're going to find out. Did y'all hear that? Spilled Walla Tough. That clamp was real. See you in 50 seconds. I stopped the jump. I don't want anything ghosting as I did not tape anything down. Let's see the final results. Shout out to Vibrant Vibes Ink. As you see, that ink is definitely in there. We're going to get close up on it so you guys can actually take a look at it. But look at how much that ink came up off of that paper. Hey. So check out that Vibrant Vibes ink. Y'all see it glowing? Just popping like you want to. Check out that Econo flock. It just soaked in all of that color. Sheesh. Make sure y'all use the links down in the description below if you would like to create you something like this or similar to. So let's wrap up this video. Yo, this came out pretty dope, if you ask me. I like how them colors came through. And once again, shout out to Chanel Michaels from Vibrant Vibes Ink and James from Econotransfers. It's a winning combination, as you guys can see. So let's get some thoughts on this real quick. With the sublimation flock, it seems to be a little bit of a heavier feel to it. It's not as light as a sublimation fabric. Keep that in mind. Maybe next time I'll do a contour cut or some type of shape. I won't just stick to a traditional square image. I advise you guys to do your due diligence and see if it works for you. Once again, my temps for pressing this was 380 degrees for 50 seconds, and that's based off what I normally use. Now, at the time that you buy or purchase your vinyl or whatever that you so choose to use, make sure you follow the instructions given with, and then based off of that, make your own calculations. But I appreciate you guys rocking with me always. T-Gang in the building. What up? To all the squad constituents and everybody that's in the squad, we appreciate you, salute you, and most importantly, keep grinding, keep gritting. And what's the end of a video without this saying? Break the sky with your creativity. Don't let nobody get in your way. Don't let nobody stop your shine. And to the next one though,